Hooty hoo, this is George. I'm going to cut right to the chase, folks. As of right now, Sam Taggart is halfway through his stand-up tour, and I, George Civeris, am about to start my stand-up tour. So if you want to see Sam on tour, he has a few dates left: DC, Philly, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Boston. You can go to linktree.com/Sam Taggart. And if you want to see me on tour, starting later this month in LA, East Hampton, Chicago, Boston, Philly, Pittsburgh, Sacramento, San Francisco, Seattle, Toronto, and a few more dates that I'm adding soon, you can go to linktree.com/George Civeris. That is linktr.com/either Sam Taggart or George Civeris, depending on which one of us you want to see. And I'm going to be honest, some of these dates are selling out, so I would act fast. We cannot wait to see you on the road. We are having so much fun touring. And that's pretty much it. Enjoy the show.
Podcast starts now. What is up, everyone around the globe? This is StraightioLab.
Wow.
And we both feel, George said he feels like he's on MDMA. I forget because of the Madonna album, what's the real word?
Right, the Madonna album is MDNA.
Yeah, which is not real.
Which is, well, it is real. It's her album.
Okay. And MD.
You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music.
So the album is invented by Madonna, so it's just sort of...
Well, MDNA is interesting because it's like, okay, so obviously there's all these puns. It's MDMA, it's Madonna. But then it's also MDNA, like Madonna's DNA.
Whoa.
And it's one of those things that, like, obviously when she thought of it, it's like, well, this is too good not to use. But you actually have to know, even though it has 3 meanings, it's still not a good album title. Like you have to be able to be like, that was really funny what I just thought of, but I shouldn't use it.
Well, it gets into I'm obviously against focus groups when it comes to your artistic practices.
Right.
But there are some things where you do need like 10 people to witness it and be like, but legit, is it good?
Yeah, like the group chat, as they say.
The group chat. Except, of course, you can't trust any of those vultures. They want to see you fail.
Well, can you imagine Madonna's group chat literally circa 2012? It was just a bunch of gay guys, all of them on MDMA, responding me like, yes, you gagged it, bitch.
I mean, this is the hard part. I can't imagine being famous to the point where everyone is not ashamed of you, afraid of you.
You know what's... Want to hear a difficult truth?
Uh-huh.
An inconvenient truth, as Al Gore once said.
Uh-oh. I
believe Madonna needed a straight guy, Stuart Price, to get her back on track because all the gay guys were too yes men. I think actually that's a genius point.
I think it could be a genius point, but I think more so Stuart Price, based on not knowing him at all, is a master manipulator.
You think he is?
I think he's sort of like, Madonna would say something, she'd be like, hey, I think the album should be called MDNA, and in a theoretical conversation.
If he were to have produced that album,
yeah.
Which he couldn't have because he has too much taste to produce an album called MDNA, but go on.
So she would be like, I think I'm going to call it this. And he'd be like, that's a really good idea. However, you know what I'm loving? This other word that you mentioned to me at dinner last night.
Yeah, she hasn't even mentioned it. It's just something he thought of.
Yeah, I think sometimes I think that type of manipulation is what someone who's famous needs. Because they need you to say yes, but then you can also flip it and say something new.
Flip it and reverse it.
Yeah. Should we bring in our guest?
Of course. What's your name again?
So our guest...
My name is MDNA.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful name.
I've just been hearing you guys sort of talk about like its value or not.
First of all,
interesting.
I love your name.
Thanks.
Can I suggest Mary Beth Barone?
Oh, that's a really good idea. And you were talking about that last night.
I'll think about it.
That's one of your other ideas you had for names.
I'll think about it. I do want to point out one thing, which was that I was invited onto this podcast. And I was provided a cup and a straw.
Well, there's sparkling water here.
No, I don't even want it now.
We asked you 4 times if you need anything.
But having
we actually asked you so many times if you can.
Having this out is just funny to me. I was pointing out a funny observation. A straw and a cup. It's just funny. It's just funny that that's out. It's like, I didn't even want anything, but now that I see an empty cup, I'm like, maybe I should get some.
And luckily, we've thought about that so much so that there is literally a sparkling water.
I like it. I'm saying I like it. It's not an attack. It's not a personal attack.
I'm just feeling a bit personally attacked.
Well, you guys need to, it's not personal. I'm sure Madonna would know that. You can't take everything personally.
I mean, I do think, imagine if Madonna did take everything said about her personally, she'd be dead.
I don't know if we'd still have her definitely on stage.
Yeah, completely.
Like, she'd probably be like on an island somewhere. And maybe more people should be doing that.
Should be going to an island?
Yeah. Just like, well, let's like take a break.
Totally.
Maybe we don't need to hear from everyone all the time.
What are 3 people you would send to the big island?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Who's been sort of like too prolific lately? Well, this isn't people that I necessarily don't want to hear from. It's just people that I think could use a little bit of a break.
A mental health break.
Right? Just like a break. So I'm going to go ahead and say the guy that made Wicked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's just take a tiny little break. Because if you're going to be helming the Britney Spears movie, you need to lock in.
Mm-hmm.
You have to lock in.
You need to be rested.
We owe her so much. We've taken so much from her. I think that needs just like extra effort, like pen to paper. Let's just like spend the time making it good. And then I would say the other 2 people would be Sam Taggart and George Civeris. So I'm sending 3
not
gay
like
men.
Donald Trump, Benjamin
I'm
Netanyahu.
sending 3 gay men to an island, and I'm just going to see what y'all think of.
What we all get up to.
How many different album titles you can come up with for Madonna.
Control-Alt-Delete. That would be an amazing title.
Whoa.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah, that's
How
awesome.
has no one made an album called Control-Alt-Delete?
But you're not serious. I think that is an album. Isn't
Whose
it?
album?
Wait, who's that?
I don't know.
Isn't it SZA?
No, that's
No,
Control.
just
That's
Control.
Control. And SZA's, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, that was always like a Janet reference, Control.
Well, that's, I'm sure maybe one of the meanings.
Oh my God, it's MDNA all over again.
No, really, because
I
there's no
think
vowels.
maybe SZA could do a trilogy where it's like Control, then Alt, then Delete.
Whoa.
So there is
Box set.
an album called Control-Alt-Delete by the Free the Robots.
No one knows.
That's what
So
I meant.
that's not-
That was the one I was talking about.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, about this island.
Mhm.
I actually
Yeah.
love the idea, and it seems unfair that there's not a space that we can just go to when we want to opt out.
I think we need more spaces like that. We have
Third
no
spaces.
communal. Yes,
But I don't want third space. I want like heaven. Like if I want to just like not pay rent for a year
totally. No, that would be amazing. And you get to go somewhere awesome.
somewhere, and the food is free, and like it's just sort of like you needed a year.
Yeah,
Like-
so it's like jail light.
Jail meets mental health
Oasis,
Sanitarium.
sort of thing. Yeah,
meets the woods
Means
or the beach.
the woods.
I'm
as in
thinking beach. I don't want to be
Yeah,
in
the woods is not like relaxing to
don't
me. I don't want to like
know.
forage. I'm not a forager. I'm sorry if that's surprising. I
That's
don't want to forage, and I
weird.
don't want to worry about bears like eating my food. So you have to like hang it from a tree.
I
or
do
something.
hate that. When there's rules in the forest, I'm like, well, who's going to teach me those?
No. Did you guys see Send Help, the movie?
Yes.
Yes.
What did you think?
I liked
I
it.
loved it.
Okay, interesting.
Did you not like it?
Well, It just didn't stick with
I
me.
really liked the first 2 acts, and then the end went a little haywire. I thought it went a little haywire.
Do you feel like you don't like it when women stick up for themselves and are not well behaved? Would you say you believe well behaved women should make more history?
I actually do. I think we need more movies about well behaved women.
That's
it
true.
can't always be about the ones that are behaving badly, right?
Literally.
But I also just think murder to me in movies is just a line where when you do that, like I'm opting out a little bit.
Oh yeah, because you're like, okay, well, if that's an option, then like anything could happen.
Sure.
Like we have to work within limits.
Well, also it's like something I struggle with that movie is that she was a very sympathetic character, and I think then she became unsympathetic.
Yeah.
So I was actually following like the female journey in that movie, and I just didn't like where we landed. But feel free to disagree.
You know what you're saying? It's like you're saying that the male writer doesn't know how to write women, and that's why he makes them murder. Because in his mind, he's like, that's what a woman would do. Actually, no, she wouldn't. She would probably listen to an album on her headphones.
Totally. No, yeah. I mean, she was having a lot of fun on that island before the
She
fiance
was.
showed up. And sorry if it's a spoiler if you haven't seen it.
No,
it's
it's okay.
available
It was
on
out.
Prime Video.
It's available for free to all American citizens.
That's
if you go on the
true.
island.
Go on the island.
Okay, that's interesting. So I do agree about. So John Chu is directing the Britney movie.
Yeah. Well, that's the rumor.
You know what I think? Have you ever seen those TikToks where there's a glass that has like brown liquid and then they keep pouring water in it and it takes a while for the brown liquid to become all clear?
Oh, no, I don't get that on my algorithm.
Okay, so this is something
my algorithm, I
get
have
this.
like very not much brown liquid at all. I would
So
say.
mine is very brown liquid forward. It's mostly brown liquids of various kinds.
Okay.
And so this is a genre. I've been seeing this for years and every time it's the same exact thing. And I'm almost like, is this a meme or are people like thinking they're inventing it every time? But it's literally someone going, and it's the caption is always the same, healing takes time. And so you see a brown liquid, you're starting to pour the clear liquid.
George, you're scaring me.
Why?
No, I can't wait to hear how this ties back to John Chu.
Well, I'll tell you how. Here's what's happening on that island, okay? Are you ready?
Yep. Oh.
2 glasses,
Yep.
pink, green.
Oh.
He's pouring clear water into them
Yep.
so that Wicked can leave his mind and we can have a blank slate for Britney.
Because we need to just divorce. He needs to divorce himself from that piece, those pieces of art, because it's just nothing to do with the next story he's going to be telling.
Here's something that I find complicated about Hollywood.
Yeah, go speak on it.
So when he is
The
selected,
institutionalized sexual harassment.
No, well, and I'm glad that's what I was actually going to bring as my topic today.
Well, it's definitely straight.
Institutionalized sexual harassment.
Except when it's gay.
Gay guys do it too.
Well, and it can be gay.
It can be gay. I've seen it.
I've seen it. So when he is chosen to direct the Britney Spears movie, I'm saying, shouldn't we all have a vote?
It's not a democracy, honey.
I'm like, so did Britney Spears select him? Who's picking this guy?
Well, I do think they are adapting her book, from what I understand. So I do think she would have maybe had a say in that, right?
Well, it's a common mistake people make is thinking Britney Spears has a say in something.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Well, I guess if she's listening, maybe she could just drop us a line, let us know her involvement.
Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down.
I think from what I've read online in the trades is that she is involved.
Well, I'm sure she's involved in the way that her name will be at the end.
And probably in the title, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I think the main character will probably be named Britney Spears.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what John does with it.
In that sense, she is going to be involved.
Right.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Did you read that book?
I did, cover to cover.
It doesn't take long. It was
I
approximately 110 pages.
I almost exclusively read celebrity memoirs written by women. But I thought it was great that she had the opportunity to say her piece. And then I do think that's probably what inspired Lena Dunham to write her book is I'm going to speak on it. I don't know if you guys read that book.
We did read
but
that.
I read the whole thing as well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an audiobook either.
You really love bragging about reading the whole thing.
These
aren't long epics.
No, Lena Dunham's book was long.
That's true, though.
Lena Dunham's book was long.
I could have done more.
Obviously.
Because I liked everything about it. One complaint, I needed more about the work.
Well, that's what I felt when I watched Oppenheimer. I wanted 3 more hours.
Well,
Not
same.
even kidding.
We're huge Oppenheimer heads.
3 more hours of that movie, I would have been happy.
You love Nolan.
Love Nolan.
Me too.
Haven't seen the Odyssey yet, though.
We haven't seen the Odyssey
either.
I'm waiting because I want to carve out a day where I get a dog sitter and I can just go enjoy it and not be stressed. That's going to probably be in August at some point.
For the listeners at home, it just came out.
Yeah, it just came out.
Right.
Yeah.
But many, many, many people have seen it.
Yes, but they're going to be hearing this in August and
so
be like,
think I haven't
these
seen it yet.
fucking losers.
That
Yeah,
we're
they're fake fans.
They're fake fans. No,
They're still
we're not
talking about
fake
the
fans.
Odyssey.
We're not fake fans.
Yeah.
I just saw The Prestige on a plane. I've already talked about it, but
God, and that's one of his best.
phenomenal.
It's just so good.
Although, it must be said, the women characters are not as complex as
That's
they make it.
I mean, of course not. He's not. He's
a
can't
man.
have everything.
I will say, love him. Wouldn't pick him to direct the Britney Spears.
Oh, wait.
No, I agree.
You want him to?
Now I want it.
Yeah, but then Britney would be played by Christian Bale.
Shot in IMAX. And can I just say, maybe that's not the worst idea.
I actually think he would disappear into
really
it.
Good. So
This could be so awesome. It's so dark and gritty.
fan casting of the Britney Spears movie, Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And this is why we don't get a vote, Sam, by the way. You
You're
posed
so
the question,
right.
why don't you get a vote? Because of people like us.
We're biased.
I actually think this is a really good idea, to be honest, because I think the instinct with the Britney movie will be, rightly so as a fan of hers, to give her flowers, so to speak. But I actually think that will come at the expense of showing the true darkness of her story.
Whereas
if we had Christian Bale playing her, I think he could actually go there.
Also, it's Christopher Nolan has this opportunity to write a complex female character.
It's 2 birds with 1 stone.
It's this. I just want to say that this could totally reinvent him as a director.
People will say, okay, well, then that is a job that could have gone to a female actress. But I think, why not? Why stop there? Make Kevin Federline can be played by Cate Blanchett.
By a woman, exactly. Well, here's the thing with being cast as Britney. Imagine the pressure for a young girl.
Yeah.
So I think Christian Bale is a seasoned actor. He is method. He is so good. And so I actually think that having a woman in that role would probably be it would probably destroy someone.
I agree.
Of course.
Imagine it's just, I don't think a young girl would be able to navigate that.
No.
And come out with, her head held high. So that's just my pitch. Or I guess our pitch.
Our pitch.
And it's just good. We have a meeting with the studio next week.
Too bad John Chu is on that island and can't
I
give his input.
Can't hear.
Doing the glasses.
I know. It's taking a while too.
Healing takes time.
Buckets, yeah.
No, George, I was going to say those glasses things.
Yeah.
It's nice that it has the caption about mental health and healing. However, it does sound like one of those things that's kind of fetish adjacent.
Well, no offense, but you do think everything is fetish
So
adjacent.
can we define fetish here?
So it's like there's all these videos online that are like fake cooking videos, for example. And
What
it's
do
like,
you mean?
Like it'll be like, I'm pouring all the slop on the sink.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm putting all this.
Those are fetish content.
They're fetish.
To jerk off to?
To like satisfy something.
Fetish
in
doesn't have
you.
to be sexual. It can be sort of more like a stimming type thing. You know what I mean? It can be like...
This is the second time you brought up stimming since
Is
I got here.
ASMR fetish content? Yes.
Probably.
Sometimes.
But I think people are jerking off to that.
You think so?
Sometimes. But I think sometimes people are jerking off to putting 17 chicken breasts on a counter and smushing them.
Well, chicken breast can be very erotic.
Suddenly I'm really
it is a
happy
breast
about
after
the
all.
internet that I'm on, personally.
Yeah, so what are you getting served?
I get
You're like
served
nothing weird, foot stuff, licking feet, smelling
licking
feet.
whipped cream on feet.
Let me guess what's on your
people sitting on
feed.
cakes. What?
Okay, I'm going to guess what's on Mary Beth Barone's
You'll never guess.
feed.
I'm
I think it's a lot of
I'm
like Charlie XCX fan content. No?
I'm going to guess
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay,
keep
here's a
trying to
guess.
put me in a box.
Here's
No,
a
I
guess.
love this.
Go.
dog clipping nails.
I think archival fashion stuff. Like,
You're getting warmer.
What about, haircuts?
No. I'm not basic.
eyebrows?
No.
Haircuts can be weird.
You were on the right track with
okay.
It's a lot of archival fashion. I mean, do you want me to just tell you?
Sure.
Fine.
It's archival fashion. Chihuahuas being cute.
I was close.
A lot.
Sam was close.
Everything Zoran Mamdani says and does. John Ossoff as well. Let's throw him in there. So that's my Instagram algorithm. TikTok, it's a lot of teens dancing at camp, like to Justin Bieber and stuff.
Okay.
Mid-size bodies in outfits. So it's the girls that are like, here's what this outfit looks like on a mid-size body, which is
Sure.
actually healing something very deep inside me. And then what's the other thing I've been, it's like, these are the texts my mom will send me when I'm overstimulated. And it's like someone's mom just being like a deranged psychopath over text. And like, I'm crying laughing at that. So these are probably things you're not even seeing.
Do you feel like they have time to make John Ossoff gay? And do you think that if they did that, it would be better or worse?
Worse.
Yeah.
Let's keep him
Because,
straight.
it's complicated
Yeah.
because he's too attractive.
I know.
So what is the plan?
Well, here's a question. Where are we at with gay politicians in general?
I can really only think of one, and I'm not loving what I'm hearing.
Well, you're only thinking of gay guys.
Well, yeah, who else is there? Do you know a lesbian politician?
Kirsten Gillibrand is pan.
Pfft.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think the pansexual community would be very happy to claim her, by the way.
What if Kirsten came out as pan? She was like, fuck, we need something. Like, I've been
Instantly,
flopping for literally
she's removed
decades.
from office instantly.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what it will take.
If you're pan and you want to run for office, please stay in the closet.
Well, that's how we got another Kirsten Cinema. Remember her?
No.
Kristen.
Kristen Cinema.
Kristen Cinnamon?
Yeah.
Kristen Cinnamon.
What happened?
Kristen
What did
Cinema.
she- what did she do?
Bisexual Arizona, centrist Democrat. You would hate her.
Don't
She
like
would wear like a
delete.
blue wig.
And she literally would vote Republican half the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
She was like
that's what we
the
want.
Steve Manchkin.
Mnuchin?
No, that's different.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The West Virginia guy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The two of them were like the two centrists. Everyone would always be like, okay, you guys remember we're all Democrats. And they're like, totally. Wink.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they'd be like, oopsies,
And it
I
would
did it
be-
again.
it'd
I
be like-
slipped and I accidentally put it in the wrong
Yeah, it would be like,
ballot
should we
box.
raise minimum wage? And every Democrat votes yes, and then they vote no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So where are we at on gay politicians?
Well, here's the thing. It's like, it's not like, oh God, this is the worst thing that could ever happen. But there was a section of time when a politician was gay, and I feel like you would be like, wow, that rocks. This guy's gay. And now it's sort of like,
Well, because we finally realized as a culture that gay doesn't mean better.
literally,
I
which
think,
is bad
well,
equality in a way, but it's
But
also
it
like,
sucks
it's a bummer.
ass.
But don't you
Yeah.
think lesbian means better usually?
Yeah, I do.
So I
But-
think we need to, we made the classic mistake where you think, okay, we need gay, get a gay guy.
right,
That's a classic mistake people make.
all the time.
And so then it has to be, the fourth option is always the lesbian. They're like,
Yeah.
well, we've tried everything. And then someone's like, what about a lesbian? They're like, oh, right, I forgot about that part of the alphabet.
Well,
So, but I think we need to go straight to a lesbian.
but I think lesbians have better things to do. Like they don't. I don't think
like
it's,
making granola.
Yeah, or like moving in with their spouse, or
Right.
like raising a dog that
Yeah.
they rescued. And I mean this all, by the way, complimentary. I'm like, lesbians should not have to fix the mess that we've made. I wish they would.
Well,
but it's
they
like,
don't.
They have a lot of other stuff going on. They're crocheting.
It's not that they should. I'm not saying like I have a gun to every lesbian's head saying run for president.
Well, they would
Carla.
lose anyway. Yeah, Carla. Like, not win.
They would lose probably.
Yeah.
I think John Ossoff needs to stay straight. He's not perfect. I mean, he's pro crypto and stuff, I think.
John Ossoff, stay straight.
Please.
We need to talk about AI regulation and time is running out.
Oh my God, I know.
Do you know Alex Boris?
Yeah.
Isn't he hot?
Yeah. But he lost.
He lost, I know. But that was exciting.
No, it's
hot
like,
guy against AI?
yeah.
Sign me up.
But then the old guy won, right?
Micah Lasher.
Oh, right. No, yeah, that's what
Who's
I meant.
like whatever.
He's
It's like
old.
he's fine. He was like what's his name's protege?
Who?
The previous guy who ran that district.
And I would have no way of knowing who that would be. And I don't want to know.
His name
don't tell
is.
me. Don't
it's
tell
not
me.
coming to me. Sorry.
No, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, gay politicians. I don't know. It's like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Pete Buttigieg, like you could have been great, but you decided to be mid.
What about like a bisexual e-girl running for president?
I think some. Well, no, that would never work. That would never work. She'd be too sexualized.
Well, and she has crazy old tweets.
Oh my God, yeah.
She has crazy tweets.
No, yeah, career.
What about Ivy Woke running for president? What do you think?
Now, I think that could be because she says things that I think would just make people's heads spin where
Yes.
they would go, I actually don't know if I agree or not.
Yeah.
Like,
We need
I
to
don't know if I
confuse them.
agree. Confuse them. Yeah. Like, disorient them and
Yeah.
flood the zone and stuff.
Would you
Yeah.
ever run for office?
I haven't decided. We'll see
Okay.
how things proceed with the
We'll see.
career and entertainment.
And we'll see how things proceed with your Netflix special
With
that
my
you're here
Netflix special,
to promote.
which I offer several. Cut that.
Keep that.
Keep that. Which I offer several solutions on how to fix the country, but I don't know. I think some of the things I've said publicly on the record could potentially be dicey if I ever ran for office, but I don't know where we'll be at by that point. Like maybe everyone running will have like skeletons.
That's the big hope.
But
Right,
I do
that's the
think.
hope. Yeah.
Well, no, but I think the issue is being mostly normal with a few skeletons. That's the worst thing you can be.
Right.
You either have to be squeaky clean or you have to be like Donald Trump, like so insane that it just all cancels itself out.
I know. It's like I want to run for office, but then I'm going to have to start sexually assaulting people now.
I know, and you're honestly
Literally.
already
I'm
late.
35.
Good luck.
Well, don't say.
So-
We'll bleep that.
No, yeah, please do. But I just don't know if I have it in me to do that. To start now sexually assaulting people.
Well, it's a young woman's game.
It is.
If you're a man, that's a different story. It actually
Men
probably
can,
gets.
it's like how they can have kids into their 90s.
Exactly.
They can
Yeah.
become predators into their 90s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes men become predators later in life.
Yeah.
Because they get a divorce and they realize they have violent feelings about all women.
Yes. And they want that. They want to exact that violence on
Yes.
anyone who they encounter.
And then they can get a government grant for that
Yeah.
often.
And then they can become a congressperson.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know about my future in politics. I think it's wherever I can make the most impact. So if I can continue like being an entertainer and then also get people to vote for socialists, then I'll probably just keep doing that.
Yeah.
But if I feel like I could run and win, I would never run and lose. That's just, I'll literally, if it seems like I'm going to lose, I will kill myself.
I would run and lose. My ass is running and losing.
So you wouldn't drop out, you would kill yourself. Okay.
Because then it's like, well, fine, if you don't want me, bye.
Right.
Here's me after I lose the first time. Well, you're going to lose your first one.
Totally. And I love that attitude.
Yeah. Because I have to try the first one. I have to lose the first one.
It's an attitude of acceptance.
Yeah.
But I think what you really need to run is like, you need like the DSA to back you. And I think you have to like prove some stuff first, like as like a, I don't know, they might want you to do city council or something first.
Ew.
Yeah, and you would want to go straight for like the presidency.
Probably.
You want a more high profile.
Yeah, I don't want to do city council.
I don't wanna
I
wait
don't
in
even know
line.
what's the job
You know, one
description.
time I tried to become involved in my local community and the link was broken.
Oh, well, you know my big thing, DSA, way too many emails. You guys need to get a Substack, put some updates on there, send out a weekly newsletter. And I've been trying to reach out. I'm like, you guys, I'm not reading any of these.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, it's always the minutes of a meeting that I didn't even know I was invited
or
to.
urgent. I go,
Yeah.
well, not for me.
Well, it's the boy who cried wolf. You know, the first time
Of
it was
course. You can't say urgent that many times.
The first time it was urgent, I said, Well, this was
doesn't feel
more
that
sort of like an
way.
open letter you wanted me to sign that was about tech regulation that has already passed.
Right. So thank you, though.
You know,
Of course.
Trump really made everything Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Mm.
Where it's like now, like literally bad things are happening all the time, but because
Yeah.
everything has happened, like you're like, okay,
Well, it's Murphy's Law, not to bring it back to Interstellar.
bring it back to Murphy's Law because remind me what that is.
Anything that can happen will happen.
Period.
So you could still win.
I could still win, even if I kill myself?
Yes.
Or you're saying I shouldn't kill myself because I could still win?
Well, I think you've already killed yourself and you've already won.
Wait,
that.
is that Murphy's Law?
No, that's Interstellar.
Well, it's hard to explain. I wouldn't have enough time here on the podcast.
Remember when you said Ex Machina is a comedy?
Rom-com, yeah.
What did you... Have you seen any other rom-coms lately that you want to shout
Ooh,
out?
Interesting. Send help for sure.
Mhm.
What else have I been watching? It's when people ask me what movies I've been
I know,
watching,
it's
it's
tough.
like, why would you do that to me? Why are you trying to humiliate me right now?
I saw a dear friend last night, haven't seen in a few months, and unfortunately, it was because it was a friend of a friend was in the film, and so I said, "Have you seen this film?" And then it turned into what other? And I was like, "What are we doing? We need to be
Yeah.
asking how we are."
No, we have to stop.
Have you noticed, you're in the midst of doing press, like, have you noticed that now the thing is what everyone wants is your recs, your recommendations? That's
And
what
I go,
press is.
I have none.
It used to be, you could just be like, I'm raising my kids. Like, I have an amazing I'm moving into a new house. Like, you could just talk about yourself. Now everyone is like, what are your 5 favorite books of academic social theory
Right.
from the French?
Or something like, what restaurants do you love in Williamsburg?
Oh, they
and
love
can
to
I
do
say
that.
my answer to both of those things?
Please.
I have none.
Yeah.
I don't want to answer that.
Yeah. Well, you're
Don't
an
ask me
actress.
about
Okay,
that.
okay.
First of
Top
all, I'm
5
getting,
restaurants in Williamsburg.
first of all, I'm getting delivery all the time. So I don't even know if these are ghost kitchens or what. They're not. I check. Second of all, 2 of my favorite restaurants in Williamsburg have recently shut down. So don't even bring that up because I'll start crying. And 3, I'm like, figure it out. I don't know. I can't live your life for you.
That's true.
You know what? I had to do it the hard way. I had to try some bad ones first. So why don't you guys go eat at a few restaurants and see what you like?
This is actually an amazing thing. How are you with trying a bad one?
Trying a bad restaurant?
Yes. When I struggle with trying a bad one.
Well, of course. Well, how would that ever be easy?
I'm so, walk me through what you're saying. You know it's bad, and then you
or
struggle.
no, you try and it turns out to be bad.
If I try a bad one, my life is over.
Oh,
I'm like,
no, you have to rebuild.
I can't. I
Me
struggle.
killing myself if I don't win. But after I eat
I
a
kill
bad
myself
meal,
if I have a
I
bad
go,
one.
we're just going to pretend that never happened.
I'm going, this was my one dinner.
I know. It sucks because it's your one dinner.
Sam has a difficult time when he doesn't have the best day of his life every day.
That must be really hard for you.
It's so difficult. And then, like, of course, my husband always wants to try places. I'm saying, what if it's bad?
Yeah.
And he's saying, what if it's good? And I'm saying,
This
that's
is-
not a good
you
enough
literally
promise.
are running out of time to change this part of your personality.
What I would like to say in addition to press being recommendations, it's hot takes. And I'm
Yeah,
just
oh
like,
my God.
I actually have no more. All my takes, I feel like.
Oh, thank you for
First
saying
of all,
this.
can we look inward a little bit? Enough with the
Yes.
hot takes. Let's sit with our thoughts for a while, see if we still agree with them in a few weeks.
Yes,
Yes.
completely.
I don't need to give a hot take right now, and I'm not going to. But if I was giving a hot take, it would be that hot take culture has gone too far, and we don't need it right now. It's actually contributing to like the devolvement of media and
Mhm.
how we consume it. So that's my big statement on that.
I think it like creates more and more isolation because
Well,
everyone's like, well, oh fuck, I'm not. I'm
And
a
people
loser.
want to
Oh,
do their
fuck.
little comment to say if they agree or not, and then they carry that over to videos that are actually not hot takes, and they're just people being like, "This is a souffle that I made," and then it's like, "Well, you have access to organic eggs and I don't,"
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, well then use I don't know,
Well,
like, don't
and-
make it then.
And similarly,
Right?
people will be
Don't
like,
make
hot
it.
take, like sandwiches are actually delicious. And it's like, right,
So who was arguing against, by the way?
right.
Show me the contingent that's saying
Yeah,
sandwiches
we're
are
in a
bad.
sandwich-centric
that's
society
why hot
already.
takes are a fine art, because either they're so obvious that it's like no one cares,
Right.
or they're so performative, for lack of a better word, that
Mm.
basically it's like, okay, well, your hot take is actually look at me.
Right.
That's your hot take.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's a better
what the hot
take.
takes are.
Yeah.
And I'm my big question to those people that have these shows is that actually good for the person that's the guest, or is it good for you? Are we driving traffic to that person's projects, or are we driving traffic to your account? That's one thing I would love to see the numbers on.
I think that's a really good point.
Well, I guess this is sort of a broader point about like press and media in general.
And about how you're going to start a man on the street style interview series where you go up to random homeless people and ask how they got there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Pretty much.
And then at the end, I give them a big gift card for Amazon.
An Amazon.com gift
Amazon.com
card,
gift
25
card.
bucks.
Yes, 25
Get whatever
bucks.
you want. They've got it all. Should we do our first segment?
Yes.
Wow. So as you know, our first segment is called Straight Shooters. And in this segment, we're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions, basically this thing or this other thing, to gauge your familiarity with and complicity in straight culture.
Okay.
The only rule is you can't ask any follow-up questions or we will scream.
Okay, wait. So you're asking me
That
if I'm aware
is
of
a
it?
So
question.
that's a question. Which is crazy because this is your
Franz
third time.
Ferdinand or Baz Luhrmann?
Baz Luhrmann.
In-ear headphones or get out of here, go home.
Get out of here, go home.
Merry Christmas or Let Me Piss, Man?
Let me piss, man.
Project Runway or projecting you're gay.
Project Runway.
Sour Candy or Shower Caddy?
Ooh, sour candy.
BDSM or being the best man.
BDSM.
Watching pornography, learning hairography, or criticizing the film Michael for being a hagiography?
Ooh, probably the third one.
Totally.
Yeah.
Being sued for malpractice or going, dude, you're a bad actor.
Oh God. The second one.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
did I do?
Well, we rate our guests on a scale of 0 to 1,000 doves.
Okay.
And I thought that was a really nice performance.
I agree.
I love when someone asks a question at this stage in our career.
Well, it did really make me confused. You know, Mary Beth has been on this podcast probably 4 or 5 times.
2 times I've been on, and one was remote and COVID, and it
This
was
is
not
third.
even with video.
This is third?
Yeah, this is third.
Okay.
This is third.
I did The Sopranos. I did Having Friends from Home.
Yeah.
And then today, what I'll be doing. But here's the thing is that, like, okay, it's been a while. 1, 2, I didn't know the no question thing starts as soon as the game is introduced. Because
Yeah.
if I had known that, I probably would have asked earlier.
Yeah, okay. So this sort of energy that you're bringing is bringing your score down in a big way.
Guess what? I don't care.
I would say I'm seeing 820.
Oh, that
Wow.
feels like a
That's
lot.
pretty generous.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you're still my friend.
I was gonna go 650.
Oof, brutal.
Oh, wow.
I have to win Sam back for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
I'm winning Sam back.
That's crazy. Do you remember the first time you did the podcast? Your topic was The Sopranos, and basically your bit was that they didn't sing the whole time, and you thought they would sing in
Was
The
it Glee?
Sopranos.
Was
It was Sopranos, yeah. I just thought it was weird. Well, no, I think I was saying that in my mind, I hadn't watched The Sopranos, but I thought it was about singers.
Yeah, because
So-
they're Sopranos.
Right. Well, there's
course.
duh. Why would
Duh.
you name it that?
No doy.
Why would you name it a potential last name that also means something else?
Yeah, you might as well call
have
it The Singers.
You have every Italian last
Yeah.
name in the book, and instead you go with that.
And at the very least, have it be a pun, like MDNA, for example,
Exactly.
where it's like, okay, maybe they're called the Sopranos, they're a family, but also one of them is trying to be a singer.
At least one.
And then maybe it's like has a lot of success early on, but then has a lot of trouble mental health wise, and then
Sees
is
a
placed in a
therapist.
conservatorship, and then finally finds her voice. And there's a New York Times documentary about her. But then it's kind of like, wait a minute.
Yeah, what's going on now?
What's going on
It's
now?
like what's actually happening. And I think what you overlooked is that the New York Times documentary centers around like 2 podcasters.
And I do
Well,
want to talk about
podcasters
that.
can change the world for the record, but
Mhm.
keep going.
I mean, look at Serial.
I actually do want to talk about how the New York Times documentary was just them being like, rather than doing journalism, we're going to platform kind of like random podcasts.
well, this is the thing.
But they
Everyone
did
does
bring
this.
attention to it that no one was really like,
Yeah, but it's like, you guys.
This is how media works now.
cannot
though.
Were you
put this
born
episode
yesterday?
out. We cannot. This whole episode is being shelved. We actually can't
Okay,
go
we
public
can't.
with these takes. But I hope you keep that in because I think it's
When
funny.
I was working at New
You
Gawker,
guys.
one of the pitches that kept coming up was people wanted to write, did we free Britney too much.
But you put the
and
kibosh.
luckily we said no.
You put the kibosh because you didn't want to be at the center of that.
I just am not going to take that. Like, obviously there is things we need to talk about, but I'm not going to put
Whatever
that
writer
out.
wrote that is getting hate mail for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is actually a good story. So back when Gawker first came around, they were doing articles about like how much startups were paying like salaries and stuff, and they wrote about the company that I worked for. And then worked in the showroom a little bit at the company, and this showroom client, the showroom shopper, started stalking me like legitimately. And he was like emailing me, texting me, Facebook message, all this stuff. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. I stood him up on a date. I was like, he'll get the message. He just continued. It did not slow him down whatsoever. So I was like, maybe if I just agree to go and it's not good, then he'll leave me alone. So anyway, I like emailed him from my work email being like, can you please stop? Like, please, like, just leave me alone. But I was actually scared to send it from my work email because I was like, what if he sends it to Gawker? And then they write an article about an employee at the company that's like,
being stalked?
I don't know. Or like somehow twisting against me. I was like, Gawker could get a hold of this. You know, it was just like, that was the threat back
Gawker
then.
loomed back then.
Could
People
fucking
forget
leak
that
this.
Gawker could get a hold of anything.
Gawker loomed.
I didn't forget.
No.
Scary.
Want to know something about me and Gawker?
Yeah.
Original Gawker back in the day, I was working for a startup. They leaked this photo of the 22-year-old CEO holding cash and like grinning. Do you remember that?
Yeah, what was the startup?
It was called Klinkle.
I remember this.
Of course it was.
And it was very much like, look at this child.
But all that to say that like the old Gawker would have published, did we free Britney too much?
Yes,
and it's
completely.
only because they had a gay man at the helm, like, you know, keeping it sort of respectful.
You know, there were a shocking number of gay men in the old Gawker. You wouldn't believe.
Or maybe I would.
believe it. Should we get into the topic today?
I would love that.
Today I'm going to talk to you guys about Adam Sandler movies.
Great.
Okay. Tell us what's straight about Adam Sandler movies.
Well, Adam Sandler movies date back to the early 90s. And we have titles such as Happy Gilmore. We have Billy Madison. We have Big Daddy. We have
The
these,
Waterboy.
The Waterboy. We have Little Nicky.
We have Little
We
Nicky.
have the one with John Turturro. We have just so many movies coming out. It is a defined genre of Adam Sandler movies. Now, so first of all, it's comedy for straight guys and their sisters,
Yeah.
Yes.
which I have 3 brothers.
Oh, and they're all straight.
So you
They're
were
all
implicated.
straight. So I was
Wow.
implicated. So I watched these movies. Also, my family had 6 children. So we had a van that we used to take on family road trips that had a TV and a VCR in
You
the
were
back.
kind of like the boxcar children.
We were the boxcar kids. So the TV and the VCR that we had in the back, it wasn't like a built-in flat screen thing. It was literally a TV that fit in this little thing and a VCR. And those, I don't know how it worked with the car, but this was like early TV and car
and
technology.
you grew up really poor.
And I was extremely poor, yeah. We only had an 8-bedroom house.
Yeah.
So it was 3 floors and a basement.
That must
And
have been
later
hard.
a pool.
That
Yeah,
must have
in
been really
Champaign.
difficult.
So that was really hard. So we would watch, I'm outnumbered, right? It's like
Yeah.
I have 2 sisters, but they were like a little older. They weren't always coming on road trips. So it was the 2 boys and me closest. They're two boys closest to me in age. So I was watching these movies. I've seen hundreds of times. And what I love about these movies actually is that like it is straight culture in that it like celebrates sort of like clownish male protagonists.
Yes.
But he often has a great circle of friends to support him. And then female love interests that are actually like people you could maybe meet in the world. One is a teacher, for example.
That's true.
So there's that. And then I think what was really cool with the Big Daddy turn was that he went from just being strictly clown to I'm gonna be a clown, but I'm actually gonna also have like a kid in the movie, which was really powerful because it showed the softer side of Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
As his career continues to unfold, he takes on more serious roles. He does some dramedies, which I would describe a dramedy, for example, would be like Spanglish.
Mhm.
He does more family-focused movies. Then now, more recently, he's done movies with his actual family. So he likes to cast his wife, not as his wife, as a different person in the movie. And then his daughters, as a lot of times his daughters. Yeah.
Right.
But I would argue that not every movie that Adam Sandler is in is an Adam Sandler movie. For
course.
example, Uncut Gems, that's a Safdie Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Starring Adam Sandler.
Starring Adam Sandler in a dramatic role.
Here's
But
a
it's
question
also
for you.
funny.
Is Punch Drunk Love an Adam Sandler movie?
I would argue to say that it is not.
No.
It is a Paul Thomas
I
Anderson
agree.
movie.
Yeah.
That Adam Sandler was lucky enough to be a part of. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like themes in these Adam Sandler movies, like school and golf and hockey.
So off the bat, there is something that used to be in the 90s, at least. I think like movie genres were gendered in a different way.
Totally.
Where like comedy in general was just straight boy
movies, yeah.
And then it was like rom-com is girl movie.
And that's chick flick.
Chick flick,
yeah.
And so, because I remember you had the sister experience of watching these. I had the gay friend experience of watching these with the boys growing up and being like, we're all boys. We all love this shit.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like, there's something that I still haven't figured out, which is that did I like them or was I pretending to fit in? And I do not know.
I think they have a lot of comedic value. And what I really like about the early work especially is that it all has a lot of heart. So in Billy Madison, for example, he's trying to like sort of win or prove to his dad that he is like responsible enough to take over the company and keep it out of the clutches of this like evil antagonist.
Sure.
And then in Happy Gilmore, he wants to save his grandma's house, I believe. So he starts playing golf. And then in Big Daddy, he just like develops this really beautiful friendship with a kid who shows up at his doorstep. Turns out to be Jon Stewart's kid. Spoiler alert. Then I wouldn't be able to say like what Waterboy and Little Nicky, where the human drive was in those. Those were not as frequent in my house.
The Waterboy was actually pretty big for me.
I actually loved the Waterboy as well.
And there are a lot of, first of all, Kathy Bates is playing his mother. So he's giving a role to an iconic woman.
Female actor. A female actor.
And to your point about, I feel like at some point what happened with boy comedies is that they stopped casting funny women and started casting model like Kate Upton.
But The Other Woman is really good. So
is it?
It is really good.
Okay.
It's actually a fabulous movie about women coming together because of a common enemy.
Got it.
And I won't say, but it's really good. It's funny.
But I do feel like with those early Adam Sandler movies, the women are also allowed to be funny and they are genuinely comedic actresses.
Yes.
And in The Waterboy, similarly, the female lead is like, she's allowed to be like dirty and ugly. And like, she's not just there to be like Megan Fox. No offense to Megan Fox. Megan Fox, like in This Is 40. Well,
Megan Fox was never in an Adam's. Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Interesting. Okay. See, I consider This Is 40 and Funny People. I consider Funny People to be a Judd Apatow movie.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
But here's what I would say is that we have a really beautiful thing that happens when Adam Sandler starts casting Jennifer Aniston in his movies.
Right.
We have Just Go With It, which also stars Brooklyn Decker, which I see what you're saying, but she was sort of cast as like to be like a model type.
You know, I hate to say this, but Brooklyn Decker actually has the chops.
I agree. And thank you for saying that. And thank you
She's
for saying
great
that.
in Grace and Frankie.
I agree.
I have to say, something keeps happening in this conversation where we'll try to say something bad about any woman actress. Be like, she's only hired because she's beautiful. That being said, she's amazing.
No, but I think she just proves a lot is what I'm saying. And sometimes models can be great comedic actresses.
Here's a model who isn't a good comedic actress.
Ooh,
Please, finally.
Speak on it.
Giselle is not funny in The Devil Wears Prada. Sorry. She could have been.
She held up an eyelash curler and said, "What is this?" That's not funny to you? You're laughing.
Well, the line is funny. The writing is funny. Thank you, Aline Brosh McKenna.
What is this?
I don't think she was improvising on set.
No, I don't think so either.
And I bet Emily Blunt hated her ass.
Well, no, there's have her on the pod. Find out. I would love to see Emily Blunt come on this podcast.
I would absolutely love to see Emily Blunt come on the podcast.
Me
I recently watched
too.
her Hot Ones, and she was pretty good.
I think if you revisit the sacred text, also, can I just say one thing? And this just
Please.
goes for anybody I talk about in the future on a podcast. I don't know their politics, okay? Unless we're talking about a politician. I have no idea where any of these actors or actresses stand on the biggest issues of our time. I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, if we revisit the movies I grew up with, which happened to be Adam Sandler movies, and then, of course, Chris Farley movies as well, which was its own category.
Of course.
Like Tommy Boy, for example. But I think they hold up comedically.
Oh.
The Adam Sandler movies.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the why did the
I just
politics
want to say, like, I don't know.
We're not commenting on Adam Sandler's
I
politics.
just don't know the people in these movies' politics.
Yeah.
I don't know where they fall.
We know some of
politically.
them.
Like who?
Like Rob Schneider?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. And thank you for bringing that up. Because 50 First Dates, I would consider an Adam Sandler movie.
Now that's an interesting.
And that one's borderline.
That's borderline.
I would almost disagree with you.
Okay. And that's
I
right.
would almost call it a Drew Barrymore movie.
Oh, interesting. I think there is the tight circle of friends thing is obviously a big part of Adam Sandler's lore.
Cinematic universe, yeah.
And it's like, he's always got the same guys. Look how good he is to his squad. But then it is tough because it's like, then you got Rob Schneider there. And you're
well, we all wish Rob Schneider, could
Well,
get
it's like how
uninvited.
Jimmy Kimmel is still friends with Adam Carolla. And you're like, I thought we liked you because you cried.
I know. And you, and you're
But
a
it's
father.
like so classic boy to be like, you're good, but that one friend you have really fucking sucks.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. No, and that's such a good example of it in our culture. And thank you for bringing that up. But I do think, Rob Schneider, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about Rob? How do you solve a problem like Rob Schneider? Seriously.
No, literally.
Let's
I don't
figure
know.
it out. Because he's weeks away from running for office.
We need like Rob Schneider fest. Like, I think what it is like he doesn't feel love.
Yeah.
And so it's like we need like to be
But
like, Rob, we respect you.
But in that
But
sense,
it's tough because
we don't.
Yeah.
Well, the hot chick, talk about a funny actress. Rachel McAdams, very funny in The Hot Chick, and actually a very funny comedic actress. But I think what you're pointing to, which is that we have to show him love, that's what Adam Sandler is doing by casting him in movies.
And it's not
If it
working.
wasn't for Adam Sandler, no one would be casting Rob Schneider.
Well, but something almost the opposite is happening where he's always second fiddle to Adam Sandler. He's always like, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. He's like tired of being the little beggar
So you
boy.
think if we make Rob Schneider a leading man, he would become leftist?
I think it would help.
That's the idea you're
That's
proposing.
the theory I'm
Maybe
proposing.
Rob Schneider should play Britney Spears in the Christopher Nolan directed Britney Spears biopic.
I mean, he has a similar
And
arc.
we'd be killing two birds with one stone.
Instead of Britney's father, it's Adam Sandler is the father.
And Adam Sandler should play Britney's father.
But that's still not that's not an Adam Sandler movie.
No, that would
That's a John
be a
Chu
Nolan
movie.
Yeah.
To me,
Sorry, Nolan. Yeah, my bad.
I feel like I have so much to say about Adam Sandler movies, but
Thank God we're doing a podcast about it.
I want to float this by you guys. To me, when we were growing up, there were Adam Sandler movies, Will Ferrell movies, Ben Stiller movies,
Oof.
and Mike Myers movies.
So true.
Which one were you?
Which one is which Sex and the City girl?
And literally, like I think it says because you were Mike Myers. I feel you were Austin Powers.
I mean, I was extremely Austin Powers, but I was also Will Ferrell pilled.
See, I was Ben Stiller.
Oh, but I also love Zoolander.
Can I say
the
what's
thing
crazy?
is-
I'm
yeah.
totally Adam Sandler. Like I
You
totally
are,
am
yeah.
Adam Sandler
Yeah.
movies. Will Ferrell movies, like they were more high concept. I guess then, I think Adam Sandler actually was trying to compete in that sphere when he made You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was thinking this is my big character piece. And I just think I liked movies that were more rooted in truth. Like when a young man tries to complete all of school while doing 2 weeks in each grade so he can win back his family company.
Right.
Wait, is
of
that
course.
Little Nick? No, that's
Billy
That's
Madison.
Billy Madison.
Little Nicky's the one where he's the devil. So yes, and actually everyone I just mentioned has this in common where they are always like, sometimes they go real and sometimes they go high fantasy.
Yeah.
Because it's like the Don't Mess with the Zohan of Mike Myers is the love guru.
Of course. We couldn't forget that.
We can't forget that.
And then it's like, for Ben Stiller, I mean, I think Zoolander is
Zoolander.
pretty out there.
Dodgeball.
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 And lest we forget Heavyweights.
Lest we forget. Wow.
Heavyweights was so traumatic for me as a fat kid.
I could totally see that. But the line read of Pasta Primavera. Pasta Primavera. We don't talk about that
No,
enough.
I mean,
We
of
don't
course,
have-
it's really funny when you make fun of someone's speech impediment. But I also...
I see it as a line read. I see it as an actor making a choice.
It's an actor making a choice. It's art.
Okay, here's something about Adam Sandler acting that I think gets us into tricky territory.
Totally.
All of these people have shticks, right? Like, and Adam Sandler's shtick especially in the kind of like early mid-career movies like Little Nicky, The Waterboy, all that stuff, is basically kind of playing the character as though he is mentally handicapped.
Challenged, yeah.
And that's like literally where the comedy comes from, in the way that the comedy in Zoolander comes from him being gay. Like it's
Well-
like you're basically choosing like
Right.
something that is something that is stigmatized and being like, okay, this character is.
Well, this is where comedy itself gets very confusing because I even feel like the more sort of awareness there is around like autism, I'm like, oh God, like 50% of comedies are just someone pretending to be autistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're like, ruh-roh, what are we going to do about that?
And not just like broad comedies, but also like awkward. I mean, talk about Punch Drunk Love. That's what that movie is about.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'll say about that. I didn't actually, I never, those ones just were not on loop in my house. So I completely agree. It's something we have to reckon with. Probably one of our most important things right now, reckoning with the fact that a lot of comedy is based
from the early aughts.
Yeah.
No, I'd say
even
current
some
day.
people today.
Potentially be ableist.
No,
I'd say a lot of Instagram reels are someone pretending to be autistic.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Not me, though. I don't do that.
I would never do that.
I don't do that.
For me, it's just about hot takes and fetish content.
Yeah. And maybe Adam Sandler should do a movie about that.
Yeah.
Hot takes and fetish content.
Did you guys see Hubie Halloween, or was that just me?
I never saw that one. I didn't
that.
see 8 Crazy Nights either.
Well, Hubie Halloween was simply to die for.
Is it a cartoon?
No, it's live action. It's live action. It came out, I want to say 4 years ago. It's a Halloween movie, and it felt like a return to form for Adam Sandler. Very silly, very fun.
Well, there's a whole era of just like Netflix Adam Sandler.
This is a Netflix Adam Sandler.
Like Murder Mystery, Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah.
I did want to touch on Spanglish quickly because there's a line read in that movie that's really stuck with me, which is just try it on. She says it like 50 times, and it's like.
And who says that?
The actress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a take. Ready? This is my hot take.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm scared. Zoom in on him.
Starting around, let's say 2004. Okay.
Post 9/11.
Yep. We were barely starting to actually process it.
Here's my take.
Totally.
Here's my take.
The initial shock had
all
worn off.
casting of Adam Sandler is stunt casting.
Totally.
The whole point, like when Adam Sandler is playing a character, part of the ethos of that is, can you believe that's Adam Sandler? I think that's true of Punch Drunk Love. I think that's true of certainly Uncut Gems. I think it's true of any time he does Spanglish.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
Wait, I want to hear the rest.
This is
That's sort of it. And I think there's a genre of actor that's like this. I think Whoopi Goldberg is like, I think there's some people that their cultural significance is so large that they're not just an actor.
He is in many ways like Lady Gaga in this way.
That is very true.
Where it's now like every song she puts out, it's either like, oh, is this going away from form or is it a return to the roots of Lady Gaga?
Yes.
Like she can never just be like, I'm putting this out. It's always like, is this a rejection of her former self or an embrace of her former self? That's what every Adam Sandler role is now. Is it's like, he's not doing Adam Sandler. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, he's back doing Adam Sandler. I didn't know we'd see that again.
Right. And I think like whether you like it or not, or whether you think the movies are funny, like he has had like, I mean, the cultural impact, and his movies do well. And I do think that that is better for comedy because more comedies will get made off of that. So I know he has like made his name on being sort of like clownish and silly, but he's clearly a very good businessman as well.
Yeah.
And a good actor.
Well, he's to die for. I think we can all agree.
The Hustle, which is on Netflix, which is about basketball. He plays a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Is really good.
That's what I've heard.
It's a good family movie, too. You can watch it with your parents.
Why didn't he win the Oscar for Uncut Gems?
Who won that year? Who won that year?
You know I don't know that.
Probably Judi Dench.
Anyone?
Yeah, probably Judi Dench.
Probably Judi Dench
won in the
beat
category.
him. Beat him for the best actor.
She's always beating
for
his
Shakespeare
ass.
in Love.
Right, for her 5 minutes on screen of Shakespeare in Love.
She won for best lead actor.
But
it was category fraud.
Today, who's doing that?
Who's doing what?
What are the 14-year-old boys watching at the sleepover?
They're watching videos of brown water.
Turning into clear water.
And going, this is healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, they're alone in their room. They're not, I don't know.
No, that's a really good point.
Because I'm like, wasn't Pete Davidson supposed to just like be that now? And instead he's getting fully tatted up and then getting them all removed over and over again?
Here's someone who I feel like could have been the next generation of that, and I think chose not to be, is Andy Samberg. Because I could have seen a career of Andy Samberg where he does these kinds of
Pop Star Never Stop.
Exactly.
Stopping
like,
is genuinely a wonderful movie.
Incredible. But it's like, okay, so he did the
Hot Rod. I love it.
Yes. I mean, and he did do a few of them, but then that's not his whole thing.
Yeah. What's he been up to?
He married Joanna Newsom.
He married
That's
Joanna
Yeah.
Newsom.
Well, I actually met him backstage at O'Mary, and I was like totally like. Obviously, I knew he was a hot guy, but seeing him in person, I was
he's one of the hottest
my
men.
hair sort of blew back.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa. And he was just wearing like glasses and a hat and like a raincoat. And I just thought, like, good for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good for you. If you took a step back from movies to just continue being a hot guy, like, I totally understand that.
Well, it is like this is the stupidest thing I've ever said.
Mm.
I'm like, there's no economic incentive to make a movie anymore.
No, of course. Unless if you, well, no,
Like,
economic,
if you're a rich
sure.
and famous person, you're like, why would I make a movie?
It's so hard.
It's like literally hard work.
No, I know.
And you only make like what? Like $1 million?
$10? I don't know. It's a drop in the bucket for them.
Literally.
I guess it's just a desire or a need to like create, but
Some people,
it's not financial.
I mean, maybe
incentive.
if you make Hot Rod and
Hot
Popstar
Rod.
Never Stop Stopping, you're satiated and you said, never mind. All
I
done.
script. You say like I've given the world what I want to, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be married.
Now I'm just going to go to the island where there's no rent and
and you just get free food,
free
right?
food.
Mm-hmm.
Who is straighter, Chris Farley or Adam Sandler in your mind?
I think probably Adam Sandler. I feel like Chris Farley was always down, like he'd do anything for the bit. So if that meant like having sex with a guy, he might.
Yeah.
And that's like with the utmost respect to his estate. Like
of course.
Chris Farley is genuinely like a huge comedic like hero.
Okay, don't call him huge. That's rude.
I think he would self-identify
That's true.
as huge, first of all, if he had the opportunity to. I don't think Adam Sandler would have sex with a guy even if it was to be funny.
That's
Well-
so insensitive.
You know what we haven't mentioned, and it's actually completely shocking.
Stop yelling.
What?
Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry.
Chuck
I
and
now
Larry.
pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry is like foundational to this podcast because early on we would talk about announce you Chuck
I've
and Larry a
never
lot.
seen
And actually,
it.
we're doing something in LA where podcasters introduce films as part of this film festival, and we wanted to introduce I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, but they wouldn't
won't
let
let
us.
you.
They
Why
said
not? Because
no.
it didn't age well.
No, because
It aged
That's one of-
amazing.
It
that's
aged
one of those
amazingly.
movies that it's not that it didn't age well. It wasn't okay at the time, which
Well,
is really
the thing about
interesting.
it's actually the opposite. It's that at the time it was criticized so much because gay marriage was such a hot topic that people were like, "This is disrespectful." But
Okay.
now, in the clear light of day, you can just like have fun at the movies.
just like Shallow Hal.
kind of.
The thing
I'm
about
kidding.
the thing about I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. So famously on the episode Whiteness with Iowa Debris, we talk about it, and I said I wanted to watch them have sex. And I think the big issue with Chuck and Larry, it's like it's good. But then it's like supposed to be the part where they are like they have to kiss in the courtroom to like prove they love each other.
Who's the other guy?
Kevin
James. I thought so.
My number one.
Well,
and they
don't even
would-
get me started on his
I
comedy
love
special,
him.
Sweat the Small Stuff.
But they wouldn't kiss. And the whole joke was
Yeah,
like, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
so gross. And it's like the climax of the movie. If they had just, because the whole thing was like, they actually do love each other in like a friend way where they would
Right.
do anything for each other,
Bromance.
blah, blah, blah. And so it was like, if you had just kissed and been like, we can feel this moment right now, it would have been a beautiful movie start to finish.
That's what's crazy. No, it's
and
true.
of course, I would like it if they also blew each other and then penetrated each other.
Yeah, they
but
should have done penetrative sex in the courtroom. But I think
even if they were miming it, I'm fine with that.
you know what's crazy? It's like they actually did the hard thing, which is making that premise three-dimensional and emotional.
Yeah.
And then they shot themselves in the foot by being like, and now we're going to do a scene where we're grossed out by two men kissing.
Yeah,
Like
but are
you
you
were
surprised
almost
though,
there.
with where we were at as a culture at the
Well,
time?
that's the thing.
I know. That's why it's so tough. But there's a lot of good there. Unfortunately, I actually believe that.
So Adam
movie?
Sandler,
Yeah.
Adam Sandler is impervious to critique, which we've learned on this podcast because we've tried and we're simply unable to, which I think is actually really cool.
At this point, I'm not going to critique Adam Sandler.
no, and I don't want.
No,
can
I'm
I
not
just say I
going
don't
to.
want to?
No.
I think we haven't even touched on his influence in the fashion world.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, and that might even be for another episode. But I think what's interesting because I rewatch Entourage.
Mhm.
I've rewatched it several times. I actually,
Wow.
when Gawker was still around, I was going to pitch an essay about how it's a perfect television show, but unfortunately, then it went away.
That's too bad.
But when you watch it, he almost plays a gay character in the show. And it's like, it's just interesting to think about how the evolution of playing gay
Mm.
has unfolded. Because back in the day, it was like, if you played a gay character, that could actually hurt your career. And then people would like accuse you of being gay. And then it became like, oh, it's actually really prestigious to play gay. And then now it's like, actually, if you play gay and you're not gay, like we'll like shoot you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting how that has changed so quickly. Like it sort of changed in the amount of time that Transparent was on TV. Because like at first he was praised for being brave in that role. And then it became like, you should have never done that. So it's you know,
No, totally.
culture shifts rapidly.
I know. It's why it's so hard.
That's why having a podcast is so scary, I think, and we're really brave for doing so. Because as you know, I have one called Ride. Things we say last week could all of a sudden be,
Yeah.
we could be put on trial.
Literally.
And then on trial, we might have to kiss another guy or something gross like
In
that.
the courthouse to prove you're gay.
Yeah.
So that you being in a heated rivalry actually checks out. I guess
That's literally what's going to happen.
Those boys, I am so worried because that everyone is waiting to completely destroy them.
I mean, it's almost like vintage in a Britney Spears way, where you're like,
a lot of men are being treated like women by the media lately.
Yeah,
I'm noticing
clavicular.
it more. Clavicular, of course. We have the heated rivalry guys. Someone I'll mention offline. I don't want to give him more airtime, but I've just noticed the discourse around him on the internet and with the media is very. It's adjacent to like female celebrities. With the way his words are picked apart and like people are mean to him.
Yeah.
Well, people learned they're like, okay, you're not supposed to like be that mean to female celebrities, and they're like, but I love this language, and this is like
and I love how it makes me feel.
Yeah, so like, okay, I'll do it to men.
Yeah. I hope that the heated rivalry guys are okay. They were lovely when I met them at the Globes.
They were very nice.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're sweet.
Oh my God. I actually have a bone to pick with you.
Tell me, what?
Okay, when we were at the Golden Globes,
Ooh.
your director, the director of your upcoming Netflix special.
Kai. Yes.
Your upcoming Netflix special, Galaxy Brain.
Okay, thank you.
Galaxy Brain.
Yeah.
A phrase you coined, I believe.
Yeah, I came up with that, yes. Yeah.
That's really good. We were at the after party. He did a classic straight guy thing to me. Are you ready for it?
What did he do?
Okay. The archetype, and this is actually very Will Ferrell, like Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler coded, like the archetype of the straight guy that like loves messing with people.
Totally. Yeah, that's definitely still very alive and well.
Yes. So we were in this room, and Timmy and Kylie walk in. Timmy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner.
Yep,
Timmy and Kylie, you don't need to.
And so I was with Kai. I was with him, and I turned to him and I was like, "Oh, there's Timmy and Kylie," and he goes, "I don't know who they are." And I was like, "Wait, no, it's like Timmy and Kylie." And he kept being like, "I don't know who those people are." And I believed him. And I started literally being like, Timothy Chalamet, like he was in the ping pong movie, and like Kylie's like one of the Kardashians. And I realized he was messing with me in like a straight guy way. And I just, after that interaction, I felt so completely destroyed emotionally. I was like, I cannot come back from this.
So the bone you have to pick with me is actually not even my. It's
well,
not even my own
him.
actions. It's someone I associate with.
Yes,
creatively.
you paid him out of pocket.
I paid him completely out of pocket for the work on the special.
Is that something? Is that like his behavior generally?
I actually paid for him to come to that Golden Globes party as well. He definitely likes to do bits. I don't know that he maybe understands how much it's impacting people.
Did he see like, oh, that's like a weak gay guy? He's like feeling a little out of place here because he's working with Mary Beth, and there's all these celebrities. I was having increasingly alarming interactions with, and he and was like, I'm going to destroy him.
He said George looks like he's one failed bit away from utter demise.
And I was.
And he decided to just take the opportunity. No, I think he probably forgot that happened. And he does do a lot of bits. You never know if he's being serious or not. So that's like, yeah. And in that way, it's, it's like Adam Sandler-esque.
It is.
Yeah,
he
I would like
to
say, I think if I were to run for a political office, of course, all the economic things we all agree on. But I think I would try to also make dry humor illegal.
Oh, see, I love, this is what's complicated, is that like, I
you love dry humor, and yet
I don't want to be a victim of it.
Know when you're being slapped in the face with it.
I know.
And so this is, everyone loves dry humor when it's not on them.
I just want to know how you could have thought that somebody who is alive today on the internet, like,
and
I
works
don't
in
want
the
to victim blame.
Works in the industry. He's a director.
I don't want to victim blame. But how did you reconcile that in your head?
But I also never. Every once in a while, you do meet someone who's like, oh, I haven't heard about that.
Okay, so when we did our, this was like a couple of months ago, we did a show together, a live comedy show.
I've heard of them.
And I heard since, there was someone in the audience that turned to my friend and goes, what is that? We mentioned heated rivalry. And this woman goes, what is that? And my friend's like, the show. She's like, I've never heard of it.
And this was like,
it
had been out for a while. Yeah.
I guess there are people out there. I don't think that person probably works in entertainment.
Totally.
But totally, if that makes you feel better, then totally. And
It didn't make me feel
what
better.
I would say on top of that is that Kai then did the second most straight thing a person can do, which is he went to the bathroom, and when he tried to get back into the party, they wouldn't let him in. And instead of texting anyone, he just went home.
That's true, because he can't stand to be embarrassed like that.
It's very vulnerable.
I'm saying nothing of like, I don't know.
That essentially is being penetrated.
Well, it's like if a guy can't maybe perform sexually, and rather than being like, give me a second, he's like, I'm going to do a mass shooting.
Right.
He's like, I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah.
You're annoying.
Unfortunately, that is what.
No, that is true. That's true. It's happened to so many empowered women that I know.
Should we do our final segment?
Any final thoughts on Adam Sandler movies, Mary
I
Beth?
guess like if you watch one that didn't age well, like I don't want to hear about it.
Say that.
You're in such like actress press tour mode where you're worried that someone's going to cancel you for literally talking about Adam Sandler.
Well, I don't know if you know that like if you say someone's name, sometimes they twist it as like an endorsement of the person, which is crazy, but it is happening online every day, and it's happening to people we love. And so I am scared. Yeah, of course. I don't want to do any more podcasts.
No.
I'm done. And I have to do 2 more episodes of my own podcast tomorrow. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at just like saying stuff. And if you don't agree with me, like that's actually fine. I mean, I already do that, but I feel like people aren't hearing me when I say that I don't care. If you have a different opinion to mine, I don't care because mine's right.
And your podcast is a rewatch podcast of Roman Polanski and Woody Allen films?
Yeah. And then we're going to add in the Louis C.K. sort of filmography to that.
That's Patreon only though.
But that's paid. Yeah, Patreon. You have to subscribe.
Yeah.
And then, well, actually, that brings me to a really good point that I was thinking of making on my own podcast today, but we didn't have time, which is that a lot of perverts have made good art. And it's just hard because like now I can't talk about Chinatown like in a top 5 because like it's Roman Polanski.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wish that wasn't the case.
Well, I do think being super horny helps you create because you're like, I gotta do something.
Some of us create and we don't harm others. And I guess I should say perverts is like a blanket term. Those specific perverts are also like sexual predators. And
it's not being a pervert.
It's not just being a pervert, but I'm just saying like as a pervert myself, and I can only hope to make art as good one day as Midnight in Paris. It's just like, it's just hard that now like that's just something we can't really talk about.
Yeah. Sometimes I worry I won't be perverted anymore. And I'll wake up and be like, well, what do I do now?
Well, what is it all for?
Yeah, I guess I'll just go work at a company.
Would you?
You know, I can't.
You do
that.
I Heart Corporate.
You couldn't.
What if I move over? That could be awesome. Okay, our final segment.
Mm-hmm.
What if like the marketing team got an email? It was like, so we've like gone with like an internal hire. It's Sam Taggart. He's the co-host of StraightioLab.
Recently became unperverted, and so he's looking for a career change. But then, in that sterile environment, I get perverted all over again.
Exactly.
Well, I do think you
get fired for harassment.
They're not firing anyone for harassment anymore. That is so 2010s.
What is it? Slap on the wrist?
It's
no,
like
you get promoted.
There you go.
Yeah.
Seriously. Hey, I got to talk to you.
We're all doing it. It's good.
One of the most confusing things about sexual harassment is actually
how if you're hot, it's okay.
No, it's like saying you're not going to do something is as harassing as saying you are going to do something.
Like what?
Like if you walk into a room and you're like, I'm not taking my penis out. You shouldn't say that. You know what I mean?
This is a bit...
No, totally. Like, and thank you for bringing this up because I keep walking into rooms and I'm like... Don't take your penis out.
That's actually an even better example.
And then they're like, we weren't ever thinking about doing that. And now you've made us uncomfortable. And I go, well, it's my house. And if you don't like it, leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
But please don't. I go, don't take your penis out.
Like, here's an example. It's like, let's say you're in HR training and someone's like, here, I'll demonstrate with Sam. Like, you shouldn't give him a massage. And it's like, don't touch him.
Are people doing that?
Probably.
One time I had HR training that was like on Zoom and there were obviously like 400 people on the call.
Right.
And which is code for everyone mutes and turns
watches
camera
TV.
off.
And jerks it.
Yeah. They're all jerking off, camera off.
And the person was getting
you guys are talking about coworkers boning each other.
I'm hard. So they would be like, there'd be parts where it'd be like, so is this sexual assault? And ask a question and no one's listening. And he'd go like, seriously, hello? Like, no one's going to answer the question? And it was like, no, you've been doing this for like however long, no one wants to answer this question.
Sam in the chat, this could have been an email.
Literally. And by the way, I wouldn't have read it either.
Right. But like, I feel like it's like almost like sexual harassment for monkeys. It's like, well, yeah, of course I'm not going to like finger my coworker in a meeting. It's literally like, which of the following things should you not do? Buy your coworker a coffee, log into your email, or finger your coworker in a meeting against their will. And they're saying, stop, I don't want to do that. And all the other coworkers are watching. And then it's also caught on camera.
And you're like, buy coffee?
I don't know. That's hard. Ooh.
Oh, you guys, we have to do our final segment.
I want to acknowledge that I'm not wearing a bra and like my boobs are what they are. So just deal with it. If it's distracting to you and I could get in trouble for this.
Today. I know. It's interesting.
My brain is so fried. Like I actually need to go to that island.
I think a lot of people could use the island.
I need to go play in the sand.
If there's one regret I have this episode is we didn't get into the island more. But
that'll
be for,
We'll do a meditation. We'll do an episode that's a short meditation.
Okay.
Perfect. I've been wanting to branch out into short meditation.
You can still sell ads. That's the good part.
Well, it's mostly ads.
You can put ads for joining the IDF still in your...
Well, do not get us started on that because
it's been a saga.
It did happen.
Keep coming back.
I know because my sister texted me about it. I was listening to StraightioLab and they had an ad for the IDF in it.
Well, it in fact wasn't for the IDF. It was for evangelical Christians that want to go to the biblical homeland.
But yes, they are not there anymore.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
We hope.
Mm-hmm. There's no way of knowing.
They are not there.
You guys don't listen, so there's no way of knowing.
No. We are.
My sister would text me.
Well, have your sister text us.
Just so you know, if it comes up again, my sister will text me.
Thank you.
Let us know.
Yeah, I will.
We appreciate everyone that lets us know.
Yes, and we are reading those messages and then kind of freaking out.
Yeah, and we are sending an email.
Yes.
So our final segment is called Shoutouts, and we pay homage to the grand straight tradition of the radio shoutout and shout out anything that we are enjoying, people, places, things, ideas. We make them up on the spot, and George and I will go first.
Okay.
George, do you have one?
No.
Well, that's awesome news. That is awesome news. Okay, what's up, freaks, losers, and perverts around the globe? I want to give a shout out to just like... when you have a problem, actually doing the thing to solve it instead of just saying, I have this problem.
No, thank you so much.
Because my phone dies really fast all the time. Of course it does. And of course you can buy those little battery packs that you can plug into on the go. And I'm saying, I don't want to do that. I actually like suffering, having my phone die and having everyone have to care about me. But then I was like, why? Why don't you just... Misha's always like, hey, do you want to use the pack? And I'm like, no, I want to complain. But then it's like, stop. It's time to grow up, use the little pack, and charge your fucking phone. And so I've been carrying the little pack around with me because I'm in New York City, and God knows if my phone dies, I die. So I'm suddenly now able to relax and say, well, if my phone starts dying, I can just plug it into the little thing. Problems do have solutions, and I know that you are addicted to suffering and having problems, and that's maybe not the best way to live your life. Use a portable phone charger. You look like a loser, but it's fine. XOXO, Sam.
I want to give a shout out to my dear friend Claire Carasillo's debut novel, The Responsible Party. It is coming out, I believe, this month. An excerpt of it is in this month's Harper's, and it's rare that a book makes you laugh out loud, as we know. One of the biggest lies people say is that a book was laugh out loud funny, when all they mean is that it was horrible and should never be read by anyone. Now, that's not what I'm doing here. This is actually a genuinely laugh out loud funny book. It is about literal complex women characters in a real way, not in a sort of like you describe them that way because they're actually not complex. And it is about a mother and a daughter, and it is about the rest of their family. I don't want to give away too much, but it is so funny. I was laughing the entire time. It is about shipwrecks, broadly speaking, which I know, and don't ask me how, people love reading about shipwrecks. One time when I was working at a journalistic outlet of some sort, someone was basically like, shipwrecks sell. So
was that Gawker?
If you work at Netflix, get in touch. And that's my shout out.
I would love to shout out to all those dreamers and beautiful people listening out there that I do have a Netflix comedy special called Galaxy Brain. It is available now, I believe, depending on when this comes out, but it is laugh out loud funny from start to finish. I think you're going to love it. And I'm wearing a really pretty dress in it. And I think that it's really just for you to watch and enjoy, devour and dissect, criticize, celebrate, kind of any way that you want to experience it. I think you should. And I can't wait to meet all of you at the Galaxy Brain Ball and kiss you on the mouth. There will be a kissing booth, and that is sold out. Unfortunately, it's at $3 bill on July 31st, so it also may have already happened by the time this comes out. But
That's true.
I just think we should all laugh more, and so that's my goal.
Woo!
Wow.
Well, this has been a real treat.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for doing the pod.
Hey, it's my pleasure. I'm just going to go.
Bye.
Podcast ends now. StraightioLab is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Sam Taggart and George Civeris.
Executive produced by Becca Ramos.
Produced by Casey Donahue.
Edited and mixed by Lawrence Stumpf.
Social video done by Hot Dog Sandwich.